Hi, how's it going? Today I'm gonna do the second live testing some technique to memorize melodies. I don't know, but as a pianist, for me it's very easy to memorize harmonies and the melodies. I have to hear the song lots and lots of times. So I'm gonna experiment a technique that I apply to memorize melodies, to memorize songs, to a process of understanding a new song, because I've heard a lot of time this song, but I didn't understand yet. I can't sing together, and to find the notes, to learn the song, to play without a lead sheet. I'm gonna get more time. It's gonna be more difficult for me. So I want to apply the process that I apply in many situations, that the spacing method, but it will be applied on my singing, and I recommend you. I'm gonna test this way, but I recommend you to, when learning a Brazilian song, if you don't have the score or the sheets, read the lyrics. The lyrics are going to help you to understand the repetition of the notes, because you're gonna hear the syllables of each word, and you can learn a little more about the Portuguese language, the Brazilian Portuguese. All right, we talk the, if you don't know, in Brazil we talk the language is Portuguese, but we have a different way from the Portuguese of Portugal. The grammar is the same, but we apply the language in another way. We have some different pronounces that that make that gives the sensation of different languages. All right. I'm choosing a song that I have already have talked about the rhythmic part. That is the song Tambores de Minas from Milton Nascimento, by the composer Milton Nascimento. And I won't play it to you here, but it's in YouTube. It's just write Milton Nascimento, Os Tambores de Minas. I can write for you if you have difficulties. Right? And I'm gonna try to sing, and try to sing 3 times as we do in the cycles of study. All right, I'm gonna try to apply the 3 cycles of 3 times in different parts of the song, to see if my brain processes more quicker this information. All right, how I said, melodies are not intuitive for me to memorize, so I have to hear the song a lot of times. And if you do this, trying to sing together using the lyrics, it's much more probable that the melody is gonna get in your head. I'm gonna try today. I'm doing this for the first time to create a protocol of how to act, how to try to understand. And I'm gonna work I'm gonna try to work in 3 different verses of the song. All right, so I'm gonna hear and try to reproduce the first verse. I'm hearing the drums now. Let's start. Oh, the first phrase is already difficult for me. I've heard 2 phrases, and era 1, era 2, era 100. So again, I'm hearing it again. Era dois, era 100.000 tambores. And let's hear for the third time. Era dois, era 100.000 tambores e as vozes do além. I don't know exactly, alright? So at the 22 seconds, I'm gonna have the first phrase of the first verse. I won't continue. Like I say in my techniques, I break the information and not allow myself to get more information of the same part, to give my brain the chance of resting. Let's find the minutes of the second verse. E trovão no céu é candeia. E trovão no céu é candeia. At 35. E trovão no céu é candeia. Era bumbo. Alright, let's do for the third time. E trovão no céu é candeia. I have some doubts of the... I'm having some doubts in the melodic line, but no problem. This was the first contact with it, trying to sing perfectly. Alright, and so the next situations, the next times, I'm gonna have the chance to do it better. Alright, let's go to find the next verse. At the 1 minute, bate forte até sangrar a mão. Something like that. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm not a professional singer, but I'm trying to understand the melody to have a better playing. Alright? Let's hear one more time. Bate forte até sangrar a mão. Something like that. And let's do... Bate forte até sangrar a mão. So I've sang the three first phrases of the three verses, the three first verses of the song. Alright? One, it's 22 seconds, other at 35, and other at 1 minute. Let's return to the first verse. Era era dois, era 100. Now I had the capability of understanding something more deeper inside the first phrase, something at the beginning of the melody that I didn't have realized. Mil tambores e as vozes do além. Let's hear for the second time. Era dois, era 100.000 tambores e as vozes do além. Alright, and let's do it for the third time. Let's do phrase... There is something interesting. Era dois, era 100.000 tambores, mil tambores e as vozes do além. mil tambores e as vozes do além. There is some... I'm understanding better the melody. Wow, very interesting experience. Let's do the second. I've made 3 times. Let's do 3 times the second verse. E trovão no céu é candeia. Era bumbo, era surdo e era caixa. The second phrase is not good yet. Let's return and do the second time. Hearing. E trovão no céu é candeia. Era bumbo, era surdo e era caixa. Era bumbo, era surdo e era caixa. I'm stopping in the places I think I'm gonna have doubt and returning and singing before returning. E trovão no céu é candeia. Era bumbo, era surdo e era caixa. Now I have the capability of singing first. Let me hear. Era bumbo, era surdo e era caixa. I've sang right. If you have the capability of anticipating, try to anticipating and hear after if the melody is right. Alright? So I'm going to the near 1 minute. Let's do the 3 repetitions of the let me try to anticipate it. Bate forte até sangrar a mão. Bate forte até sangrar a mão. It's right. E batendo pelos que se foram. Wow, how this experience is interesting. Not for you that's hearing me singing, because I don't sing well, but the comprehension of the melody is very interesting. Bate forte até sangrar a mão. Singing first and hearing. Até sangrar a mão. E batendo pelos que se foram. E batendo pelos que se foram. I'm creating the capability of anticipating each phrase. And I did 3 times. I'm gonna return to the first verse and I'm gonna work on it. Alright? So, 22 seconds. Let me try to sing before. Era dois, era 100 mil tambores e as vozes do além. I have doubts here. Era Let me hear again. Era dois, era 100 mil tambores e as vozes do além. One more phrase. Morro velho. Just this, it's not intuitive to me, so I'm gonna repeat. Era dois, era 100 mil tambores e as vozes do além. Morro velho. It's something like that. Era dois, era 100 mil tambores e as vozes do além. Morro velho, morro velho, senzala, casa cheia. Morro velho, senzala, casa cheia. Let's do for the last time. I think it's more than 3, but just one more. Era dois, era 100 mil tambores. This is not perfect, I'm singing incorrect. Mil tambores. Era dois, era 100 Mil tambores e as vozes do além. Morro velho, senzala, casa cheia, o além. Morro velho, senzala, casa cheia. Repinica, rebate, revolteia. This is the first chorus. Repinica, rebate, revolteia. So, let's try. Era era dois, era 100. Mil tambores e as vozes do além. Morro velho, senzala, casa cheia. Repinica, rebate, revolteia. So, it's getting clear in my mind. I think it's not perfect yet. Tomorrow we're gonna repeat this process. Let's go to the second. I don't know. E trovão no céu é candeia. E trovão no céu é candeia. Maybe it's this. That's right. E trovão no céu é candeia. E trovão no céu é candeia. Era bumbo. Era bumbu. Era bumbu, era surdo e era caixa. Alright. Meia volta e mais volta e meia. Alright, not easy to memorize for me. Let's hear for the... E trovão no céu é candeia. E trovão no céu é candeia. Let's hear. E trovão no céu é candeia. It was not perfect. E trovão no céu é candeia. Era bumbu, era surdo e era caixa. Meia volta e mais volta e meia. Meia volta e mais volta e meia. This phrase is new, so I'm not singing perfect. Alright? E trovão no céu é candeia. Together. Era bumbu, era surdo e era caixa. Meia volta e mais volta e meia. Alright? So this was the third time of the second verse, and let's do this in 1 minute. Oh, bate forte até sangrar a mão, sangrar a mão. It's different, you know. Bate forte até sangrar a mão. Alright, the next phrase. E batendo pelos que se foram. Ou batendo pelos que voltaram. This phrase is the same of the phrase before. Os tambores de Minas soarão. Let's do. I'm taking so much information. Bate forte até sangrar a mão. Bate forte até sangrar a mão. A mão. Oh, this end is different. Bate forte até sangrar a mão. E batendo pelos que se foram. Ou batendo pelos que voltaram. Os tambores de Minas soam. Os tambores de Minas soarão. Seus tambores nunca se calarão. It's difficult because they are very similar, some phrases, and on a higher note. I think it sounds to me that's the sixth of the chord. Some notes, some phrases, and on the how can I say, the fifth of the chord sometimes. and they are not intuitive. It seems like improvised sound, but I think this style of Minas Gerais is not an improvised style. So I recommend you to learn the real melodies. All right. So this is was a little process, applying the same techniques that I apply to learn the melodies playing. But I think it's good in your experience when you don't have the score to learn literally the the songs. I've different ways of learning, and when I have the opportunity, sometimes giving classes to hear again some song that I've learned some years ago, I realized that my perception changed a lot. Some details I couldn't catch before, and now I'm capable. So I'm always trying to review the songs I play. I wasn't born as a very talented musician. I have to discover by myself how to deal with some difficulties and problems. And I'm reading the lyrics because I've heard about a pianist called Laércio de Freitas, who was a friend of mine. He told, read the lyrics of the songs you are playing. Yeah, and I feel that it's very important. You can learn more deeply, and sometimes you can learn also the poetry behind the Brazilian music also. And that's another richness that we don't talk about here in the lives, because I'm talking about improvised instrumental music, but you can find very very rich lyrics. I recommend you to hear the lyrics of Chico Buarque and try to learn a little about Portuguese to understand it. It will be a very interesting experience. It's I have not seen so much poetry in lyrics as, for example, Chico Buarque. All right. To end our live today, I'm gonna try to sing this beginning of this chorus, all right, this verses, and try to recognize where are my doubts and some. I don't know if I am capable. Voice is not my strong. It's not strong to me. I have difficulties with melodies, with memorizing melodies. Some musicians hear one melody one time, and they can reproduce it, and it's not my case. I have this difficulty, and I hope I can help you musicians that have difficulty also in learning the details. I realize that my friends that play melodical instruments, they have so much more ability to identify these details, this difference, the subtle difference between phrases, and this is a weakness that I'm gonna work with together with you. All right, and let's go. Era dois, era 100, mil tambores e as vozes do além. Morro velho, senzala, casa cheia, repinica, rebate, revolteia. Let me try one more time. Era dois, era 100, mil tambores e as vozes do além. Morro velho, senzala, casa cheia, repinica, rebate, revolteia. And tomorrow we are gonna compare the details. I don't know if I'm getting everything, but I have some. I'm gonna try to sing before. Era dois, era 100, mil tambores e as vozes do além. Morro velho, senzala, casa cheia, repinica, rebate, revolteia. E o trovão no céu é candeia. Second verse. Era bumbo, era surdo e era caixa. Meia volta, mais volta, volta e meia. Pocotó, trem de ferro. I don't know this. I don't know the continue part. E trovão no céu é candeia. E trovão no céu é candeia. Era bumbu, era surdo e era era bumbu, era surdo e era caixa. I remind us the tale. Meia volta e mais volta e meia. Pocotó, trem de ferro. Aí uma luz, procissão, chão de flores e Jesus. I remind by the experience of hearing the song, alright? This was a part that I didn't study, but I've heard. Now I know that I've heard. If I didn't do this process, I wouldn't identify this. Let me try one more time. E trovão no céu é candeia. Era bumbu, era surdo e era caixa. Meia volta e mais volta e meia. Pocotó, trem de ferro e uma luz. Procissão, chão de flores e Jesus. Alright, let's see the third verse. Bate forte até sangrar a mão, e batendo pelos que se foram, ou batendo pelos que voltaram, os tambores de Minas soarão. Seus tambores nunca se calaram. Don't remember the end. Let me try a second time. Bate forte até sangrar a mão, e batendo pelos que se foram, ou batendo pelos que voltaram, os tambores de Minas soarão. Seus tambores nunca se calaram. I don't know this end. And last time, I think it improved the details. Bate forte até sangrar a mão, e batendo pelos que se foram, ou batendo pelos que voltaram, os tambores de Minas soarão. Seus tambores nunca se calaram. Let me hear this phrase, because I think I remind the phrase. Seus tambores. Seus tambores nunca se calaram. It's different from what I was singing. Alright, but let me see how many verses we're gonna have to work. We have 3 more verses. So I'm gonna do this process for more days, and let's see if it works with me, or if I don't have the melodical capability yet to retain more information. Sometimes I'm doing this process in a fast way for making my actual capability of memorizing melodies. I can say also that some melodies are very easy to memorize because they have some clues of the style, but this melody doesn't have harmony. The only thing, it doesn't have a metric repetition. That's why I'm telling you that it's not intuitive for me. Some others can be, but I'm trying to go out of my comfort zone in this process. Alright, taking this melody that I think if I did in a intuitive way, I recognize that I wouldn't memorize the details of this melody. Alright, so I hope you have enjoyed this process. I recommend you to search for yours also. To first, when you are together with me in this process of the Brazilian accent improvisation, you're going to see a lot of blind spots about what you have to study. Because when I talk with a person that's studying just alone, most of the times the person is studying some subjects that they he or she don't need in that moment. There are a lot of important stuff, but there will be a point that you know that you have some problems, you have to develop them better. And this is a live to encourage you, advanced musicians, to search your process also. And I was telling also for the students that are beginning, if you think that some exercise doesn't work for you, I recommend you test your own way to do it and to apply this Brazilian accent improvisation techniques I tell in my lives for you. Because sometimes you get a better result, but there will be some times that you won't believe in the results you get doing in an intuitive way the way to study. All right, I hope I have helped you. I hope you have learned something, you understand a little more about my process. And my purpose here is to make more people around the world play Brazilian music and music and recognize its beautiness, to recognize our composers, and to have pleasure to hearing music made with a lot of quality, with great harmonies or great percussive feel. And that's it. All right, I hope you have enjoyed this live. I hope you have laughed with me singing, and I hope this process could show you something more than my process, but I hope this process open your eyes for the possibility of searching for yours and trying to study your own way and creating your way to resolve some problems. All right, thanks for watching. I'm here every day during these lives, and I invite you to follow my channels on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and learn Brazilian music. One time, thanks for watching, and see you for more quick tips and lives about the Brazilian accent improvisation.